What's up, guys, gals, and Book Nook Pals? Let's pluck the bunny with another Book Nook. Not unboxing, no. Today we're taking it back to the channel origins with another Book Nook electronics customization tutorial. That's right, we have reached the next step in the evolution of customizing our Book Nook electronics, mechanical switches. Alright, guys, so if you followed me previously, you know that we started with removing the AAA battery box and upgrading to a AA battery box. Then we talked about changing the touch sensors and just removing them out. Then we talked about building our own custom electric harness with our own LEDs. But there's a setback to taking out the touch switch. Is the only way to turn on your Book Nook, right, is with the physical switch on the battery box, right? So who wants to have to see? I can't even get this door. I hate these doors. These doors are not meant to be easy, all right? They're terrible, all right? But what I don't want to have to do every time is I don't want to have to find my pliers, open the back of that door. I don't want to get a battery box and have to flip this toggle switch on and off. Okay, I want to leave this inside. I don't want to have it hanging at the back. I want my Book Nook to look clean. Okay, so what is the solution? The solution is a mechanical switch. I'll show a picture of it here. So the neat thing about these mechanical switches is you can get them pre-wired, and they're relatively simple to install. Okay, so when you're all said and done, our goal is going to be having a switch installed. So we can toggle this switch, and I'll move it over. You can see me toggle on the side, and that switch is going to control all the LEDs on our Book Nook. And it's a very satisfying thock. Ooh, that's good. Nice tactile feeling, and it looks clean. It looks nice, and all your electronics are customized. And the beauty to this is if you are using the battery eliminator setup to have everything voice controlled, or just, you know, AC power instead of AA's or AAA's, you can still leave this on and it won't affect anything in terms of your operations. But if you decide you want to move it around, if you want to go back to physical batteries, you have a nice convenient power switch. You don't have to futz around feeling for the touch panel where it is. You don't have to drill any hole. You don't have to use any copper tape. And it really is simple. In fact, the only things you're going to need are a drill with a big enough drill bit and the switch itself. I'm adding in a heat gun and these heat shrink butt connectors because personally I like to have everything permanently attached, but you could also use electrical tape. So if you have electrical tape around the house, besides buying the switch, the only cost is the drill bit. I got this drill bit for 10 bucks on Amazon. It's a 20mm drill bit. Okay, so let's get started. So we're gonna do this. So this is, anyway, guys, this is Catch Crossing by Navrin. It's a really awesome new Book Nook. What I like about it, it's clear on 3 corners, and lots of greenery and stuff, and it's very different for Navrin. Cool thing about this, those cats, all these cats in here are 3D resin printed by me custom. They are also coated in ultraviolet paint, so at night, after hitting it with a UV light, these cats glow, and you have like a spirit cat thing inspired by Studio Ghibli. So that's a really cool Book Nook that I just finished, and I wanted to add the physical switch, and that's what inspired me to add this skill to my repertoire. What we're gonna do is we're going to add a switch today to this Mini City kit. So this is Aerospace Foundry by Mini City. I will also put a link to that one in the description of this video. It is an awesome kit. It is by a first-time designer for Mini City, so that's why it may look stylistically a little bit different from the rest of their stuff. Let's see if we can get some power to it. So I'm just gonna pop this. You can see what it looks like. Now I've already, in the past, wired this up to eliminate the touch sensor. but today we're going to add the switch. So this is a really cool looking Book Nook as well. I get a 3D printed astronaut in there that comes with the kit, as does the smoke, the cotton for the smoke. It's got a really cool 3D effect, infinity effect in there. And then this gantry crane actually moves, which is pretty cool. It's got a neat little space capsule in the back, as well as a nice window on the front. All right, so what we're gonna do today is we're gonna take this, and I don't want this to have to hang out, so we're gonna add in a physical switch. So the first thing we did is we popped off the back, all right, because I need to find an area where the switch will fit. So for me, I'm thinking right around here. It's hidden by this back piece. It is directly above the batteries, and so wiring shouldn't be an issue. I left plenty of wire on my battery. You can see here where I spliced in the lights of the kit to the battery box. I forgot why there's 2 splices. I think I originally tried something different and then decided against that and went back to a single harness. But yeah, that's it. So the only thing I skipped because I didn't think enough to get the camera set up was you missed me drilling the hole in the wood. So this is a 20 millimeter drill bit. I don't even know who makes it. Honestly, I got it off Amazon. You're drilling through MDF or thin wood. It's not the biggest thing in terms of, like, needing super high quality nitride or titanium whatever bit. Now, one thing that is important is you want to make sure that when you are drilling into your back piece, you clamp it on top of a piece of sacrificial wood, and that's going to prevent you from having tear out. So you can see there's a little bit of tear out in here. I'm not super concerned about it because, like I said, this is the inside. It's going to be hidden by a wall. And then on the outside, it's okay if you have a tiny bit of tear out because you do have a lip right here. So 20 millimeters is all you need for that. All right, and then again, the switch, it's just a simple toggle on off with the red and the black pre-wired. If I didn't mention it before, I will put a link to them in the video description. Okay, so that's it for the drill. 1 hole drilled. We are all done with drilling. All right, so now that we have our switch physically installed, all right, all we're gonna wanna do is we're gonna wanna interrupt your positive wire, okay, which is your red wire, with the switch. Now, it's a tiny bit confusing just because you are gonna put this in line with the red wire, but there's a red and black wire here on the switch. It's very easy, okay? So battery red to switch red, switch black to light red. So we're just gonna interrupt this connection and we're just gonna connect it on both sides. And I will include a wiring diagram when we're done. Now, fortunately, I did leave this connection on heat shrunk. If you had to, you would just, put a cut in there, strip the ends like we did before, and you would just connect it. So we have our battery connection from our red line from our battery to our switch. So we're gonna pre-feed our, you know what, I don't like how thin that looks, so we're gonna just clip this and we're gonna strip a little bit more off it. All right, just a little bit more. All right, so we're gonna take our wire from our battery and we're gonna pre-feed our heat shrink connector. I'm sorry, guys, I gotta do this on top of it. We're gonna pre-feed our heat shrink connector. Let's twist this up. All right, we're gonna feed it right over our line just so it's there ready. Maybe if we can get this to not bunch on it and make me look silly. beautiful. So we're gonna take our wire, red to red. Nice, easy to understand. All right. Because the wire from the switch is a little bit thicker, I'm gonna fold it back over on here, and then we'll just put it so that the silver line in the middle, right, which is our solid solder that is included in there, we're going to center that right over the connection. We're not going to heat shrink it yet. We just want to make sure that it works. So again, I know it's confusing, but the black out of the switch is going to connect to the red on the lights. All right. So again, we're going to you gotta get that nice and tight. I should have framed my shot a little bit better, guys. I apologize, but we're gonna pre-run. Maybe. We're gonna pre-run our heat shrink right there, and we're gonna go the red of the LEDs to the black of the switch. So we've essentially just interrupted the positive line coming out of the batteries and put a switch in it. So when the switch is closed, right, on the solid line, then it continues that connection, and it's like we never broke the red wire or the positive terminal. If it's on O, okay, it's gonna open the switch and it's going to interrupt that connection, and therefore power won't flow. So I'm not going to heat shrink it yet. I'm going to put the batteries back in just so we can test it. All right, so we got our double A's in. All right, we can see there are no lights on inside this kit. All right, we're going to switch this so we can see that the battery is switched to on. And then when I hit this power switch, hopefully I don't look like a fool. There we go, that's what you want to see. And the power comes on for the unit. And now we have a tactile switch. We have a mechanical switch, rather. With a nice tactile feel to it. We're going to drop a battery on the floor. All right, so I'm going to take the batteries out. I never like to use my heat gun in front of the batteries. I don't know if it's how dangerous it actually is, but it's more dangerous than it needs to be because we can eliminate it. So we're going to use the heat gun really quick right here. All right, I may or may not pause it for a second so you guys don't have to just listen to the heat gun. But maybe this is some, I don't know, Book Nook modification ASMR for you. Alright, we're just heating that up till it shrinks on itself. The white bands on either end are the adhesive, so you really want to make sure those start to soften and deform. Alright, once you get those to soften a little bit, you're done with your heat gun. We're going to grab our batteries. We're going to battery it up. Alright, leave the switch on, right? We don't have to turn that switch off anymore. We're done using that switch ever again. And we're going to put our book back on our Book Nook. We can take our pliers, because I never get a good grip. And we're going to take this, we're going to lock it, so we don't need to open that anymore. And now we have a tactile switch turning our Book Nook on and off. All right, obviously it won't lay on its back quite even anymore, but when are you going to display a Book Nook vertically like that? So this is the next step in the evolution. You've taken off your touch sensor, but you still want a switch. So you can do a paddle, you can do a rocker switch like this. There's also toggle switches. There's all kinds of switches you can put in that are pretty much going to be wired the same way. So for now, this is Pluck the Bunny. Please come join us on the subreddit. We got a whole bunch of events coming up. Plus, starting next month, we're going to be doing our next charity drive. We do a raffle. Basically, you donate money to one of two charities If you donate X amount of dollars, for every $5 you donate, essentially, you get an entry into our raffle. Last Christmas time, we raised about $5,000 for Doctors Without Borders and No Kid Hungry. It was a great event. We had a bunch of different companies donate Book Nooks, as well as a lot of users of the community. So we're going to be doing that. It was so successful, spur of the moment. We're actually going to do 2 this year. So the next one is coming up next month. But we also have a exclusive pre-order going on right now with Book Nook Global. And we have events coming up with Tone Cheer, with Book Nook Global, with Mini City, with Mini Alley, with Fifi Joy, with Cute Bee, with Roll Life, and I don't remember if I said Tone Cheer, but Tone Cheer as well, and then hopefully a couple more. So we got a ton of events coming up in the community. We give away Book Nooks on all of these events. We also give out 3 Book Nooks every month for our favorites in the community, even the ones that are just built from a kit. You don't have to be an expert customizer or build from scratch to do to win something. So please come join us on the subreddit. Let me know what you want to see me customize. Let me know what you want me to unbox, what to review that you've seen me unbox. And thank you for joining the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until then, it's Plug the Bunny. Good looking, good nooking.